training and mentorship has been so helpful to me specifically as head of Natural Resource Department, who is charged with the responsibility of planning and budgeting for departmental activities. And for a long time, we've been planning without having a correlation, that integration of the GBV, the gender-based violence. And Natural Resource Department, if we want to see the socioeconomic transformation of the society, and especially the Amudat community, the issues that we must address during our plans, during our budgeting time. And this can only be, if you want to see that desired picture, we must have this planning done at the grassroots level, that the people who implement these activities with must be the ones that we're planning with. They must be at the forefront. And I am so grateful for this training, this generation of priorities from the community themselves. And I was challenged that however much you're seeing production, but there are other gender-based violence at the back of production. And if we don't plan to address these hindrances, there will always be that economic balance. There will always be a delay in the transformation of the society.
If you have a girl child who is uncircumcised, it's a trouble to you. You will have to
this training, to some extent, has changed my ways of doing things. I think we used to do things business as usual, okay? We've been doing almost, I can say, like middle top planning. And right now, just a pretest that we did yesterday says that's the way to go. You must go to the real one as you're going to implement with, and get the ideas, get their priorities, get the real issues and align them to your sector. The strategy that we have is every staff that I have under me, okay, as one of the key appraisals output areas that I want is to see how they are mainstreaming gender in their sectors, okay? And this is not going to be backed by nothing but by reports. So at the end of the financial year, I know it will be time for appraisal, and I've already going to have a departmental meeting and echoed with them earlier. And as we prepare plans, it's one thing that we're going to have in our appraisal process, that when we're appraising you as a department, we have gender mainstreaming as a cross-cutting issue. And the key outputs are your field activities must speak how you're addressing issues of GBV. My perspective about this mentorship and training is it, and I'm really to be very honest, that it's unwanting area, okay? And it would also change our way of doing things. My only challenge is if it is not tagged, okay, to resource allocation, to assessment, we will not see results. Yes, because people take certain things for granted. And if there are no penalties, honestly, we'll still be doing things business as usual. Of course, local governments are the biggest base of service delivery. They're the ones who reach there to the community. And if we don't plan things in that direction, there will be no results. So this training is needy. It comes at the right time, that now when we are NDP 3, I think we pick it up there. But I would also urge that it's one area that is targeted in terms of assessment. When national assessment comes, you have to translate this. Where are the work plans? Were these work plans speaking GBV things? What are the results? Okay? So it should be tagged to assessment. It should be tagged into resource allocation. If you allocated resources, they say, okay, this percentage of this should go to addressing these issues of GBV, okay? And it's monitoring on compliance, okay? Just like these issues of environment are picking up, these issues of GBV being reflected in work plans should also pick up and see that our implementation process is really in line to addressing these key issues. We need to twist our minds from doing repeatable things like we've done for ages and we're not seeing results, to doing things that really we see our community transformed socially and economically. Because if we don't do that, we shall have the highest number of our population having a burden. And yet these are issues we should have addressed on the very normal daily activities that we do. Much of this is mindset change. Some of them should be policy review, and if there are those things that we can do in our means, we must do them. Yeah. My proposal to strengthen this approach is continuous mentorship, hands-on training, okay, and spot checking if we're really in the right track, okay? So if we've had a training, we need to have another training. You know, people move. Maybe you've trained me. Next time I'm not in this place, maybe I'm in another. But someone who replaces me must have the same mentorship that I've gone through, okay? And it should not end now. We should have another training, maybe after 6 months. We should have a review of our work plans, whether really the first 6 months we've done something, and see how we're going to do the next 6 months. So mentorship should be continuous. Not now. We shouldn't see you people after about 5 years is when you surface. Really, it's not sustainable. So it should be continuous mentorship. And I also argue that we need to increase the gap, the base. It shouldn't be only heads of departments. I know they're the ones who handle the planning and budgeting, but other sector heads also put they have sub plans into the departmental work plans. So they should also be brought on board to train. Then maybe these heads of departments can mentor them as we move on. Yeah. There is really need to enhance the resource envelope to some of these critical sectors to ensure that they deliver at least to above average. I think there is need to enhance resources to key sector asset-based. And I don't know why government really has never taken trouble to really see that even the money that maybe you put to certain sectors, it's not about you providing that, but there are other sectors that are contributing to challenges of that department, okay? If you're using, okay, maybe health for us is a priority with agriculture, but you see there are hindrances. Where we're not seeing transformation. There should be some other sectors that are contributing, that can contribute to the bigger picture that we want to see. And those sectors must be supported with the resources. As a district, nothing do we get even that is meant to support the land sector. So, and the next issue is, you know, we need to have the multi-sectoral planning, that our plans are speaking to each other, that we have a role to play in community in addressing issues of GBV. We have issues to play in the chain of production, in the issues to addressing issues of GBV. We have issues that because of impact maybe in environment and natural resources, it's having a correlation to the negative or the slowdown of access to health services, access to markets, access to business. So there must be a cross-cutting, a multi-sectoral planning. And one must speak to the other for us to see the bigger results. Not say you have this junk of money going to roads, you have this junk of money going to health, you have this junk of money going to education, but you have this peanut of money going to the management of environment and natural resource, okay? And for a long time, I don't know when the country will wake up to believe that our economy is not based on agriculture, Agriculture is in the process of the final business. Economy is natural resource base. Natural resource base is land. Natural resource base is water. Natural resource base is wetland. Natural resource base is forest. But how much do we plow back? We get all this from this. How much do we give back to this sector to ensure that there is sustainable utilization of these natural resources? Okay. Yeah. Thank you.